the Bold and Beautiful, June 23rd, 2025. First thing first, let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Hold on. I don't forget already, girl. It's just been, what, 2 days since I did this? No, I did it yesterday, didn't I? Or the day before yesterday. Where it at? There you go. Did they go with that nudge, y'all? Let me see. Hold on. 20 minutes. There you go. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? What are y'all thoughts? How do y'all feel about Taylor proposing to this man? Look, when I was doing my review for TikTok, this song popped up in my head, y'all, and I've been singing it ever since. Hold on, y'all. Let me write this out. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I said, I know you telling the story. I said, no, you telling the story. She told me, so she woke up. What she said? She woke up laying next to him and she just knew. She said, well, no. When she first sit down with him, she was like, it's time. He's like, it's time for what? What he said? I said, girl, no, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. She brought up how they been living together. I said, ma'am, in my opinion, now I don't know if this true or not. This is just my opinion. But I said, I feel like he only asked her to move in to his daddy house with her. Wait, did I say that right? He only asked her to move in with him at his daddy house because he was upset with Brooke for taking the CEO position, even though she explained why she did it. And then I don't like the way they did that still, because then they he could have been had said something. When he finally chose to say something, it was too late. It was too late. I said, you could have been said something. They showed him with them folks, and they could have been. He could have been said something anyways. Hold on. But yeah, I said, look, people had already said that she was supposed to propose and that they felt like she was just testing him. And I do think she's kind of trying to see, where his mind is at. But at the same time, it's like, no, why is you proposing this dude? Now, I know they do that nowadays. Y'all been seeing that too on social media. But, I mean, whatever floats your boat. But in this case, she shouldn't be proposing to him. You don't find out. The other day, was it yesterday? Whatever day that was. He tells you tell him how you think that Brooke and Nick finding their way back to each other, whatever. And he's talking about, no, whoa, that's not what's happening here. And your reaction is to go get a ring. I wonder where she got the ring from. Did she whip it out today? I don't think she brought it out today. But either way it go, I say, so you decided to take out a doggone ring and propose. I said, how you get that from that? No. I was like, no. And based on the spoilers, look like he's going to say yes, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, based on the spoilers, it looked like he actually gonna say yes. And then I think they said Friday's episode is when he's supposed to be trying to explain to Brooke or tell her the truth or whatever. I said, nah, doggone well what you doing. I ain't gonna say that he won't Brooke. I think he want both of them. That's just what it is. They didn't show this episode anyway because of breaking news. They had breaking news again. It's so much going on. Y'all been seeing that stuff. I ain't gonna speak on it because I don't need no flags and nothing like that. But yeah, it's been a lot going on in the world, especially over the weekend. But hold on, y'all. Yeah, nothing too much happened on this episode. Taylor don't sit up here and propose to Ridge at the end of the episode. What she said, I think when she first sat down, she was like, it's time. He was like, it's time for what? I said, well, Taylor actually did it, y'all. She actually proposed to Ridge. And based on the spoilers, he will be saying yes. But yeah, we're going to start with Steffi Finn, Electra, and Will, and Chief Baker. So they was all talking about, Luna, how dangerous she is, and they were saying how Electra and Will, be having the kids, so it's best that they know, what she has been doing, and they was talking about the threat. So I was like, did Finn finally tell her, that Luna made a threat, or was they talking about what she said when she was in the house, about how she don't know what she would do if she can't have a relationship with her daddy, because I was confused by that. They didn't clarify either. They did not clarify if they meant when she said she don't know what she do if she can't have a relationship with her daddy, or if he actually told what Sheila told Poppy or whatever. But yeah, they was talking about that, how dangerous she is and stuff like that. Let me find my notes, y'all. Stephanie Finn talked to Will and Rachel about Luna's threat. And they was just saying how she dangerous and to be careful, and they was saying how they know. Finn ends up having Chief Baker stop by. Finn says to Electra and Will, I'm Luna's father, but I always put Steffi, Kelly, and Hayes first. And I said, there you go again, y'all. We know you her daddy. We know you her father. Look, what? Am I the only one to be noticing him? He's talking about something. Yeah, she may be my daughter. I may be her father, but Steffi, Kelly, and Hayes will always come first. I was like, they kind of make it seem like a either or. Wait, did I say that right? They kind of make it seem like if it had not been for them, you would have something to do with the crazy girl. That's what I get from it. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I be taking from it. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, that's when She Baker stops by. Excuse me. And Finn was like, he asked him to come there because he wanted to see if they found out anything. He was like, "There's nothing they could do since she's been pardoned or whatever. Everything has been wiped clean." Um, so they basically want to prove Luna has plans to target Steffi. So Will suggested that they set a trap. He wants to wear a wire and try to get her to say something incriminating so that she can get locked up. Now the spoilers say he get caught. He get caught. Now we already seen. Well, you might not have seen. Some people don't watch the actual video; they just listen to reviews. So a recap: Friday's episode, they showed Will and Luna kissing. Now we know what it's about. He trying to set her up. I said he wanted to kiss her anyway. He ain't slick. He trying to be slick. You wanted to kiss her anyway. We knew you wanted. You know you want that girl. But no. They said I think it's Friday or Thursday's episode. He gonna be trying to get her on camera or something like that, and she's gonna catch on. Then they said something about Luna's gonna be on the run, so I don't know what that's about because I don't know where the teacher part come in at because y'all know Friday's episode, the teacher lady told her to come back and teach the kids, so I don't know what they doing here. But yeah, Will was over here like he could wear a wire to trap her because she texted him talking about, so what she said, I don't know, she said she missed him, she wanted to see him, something crazy she said to him. So he ended up responding and everything, talking about so he broke up with a lecturer or whatever. He want to see the tattoo in person. And I think, is they gonna be at her house or at Forrester? They're gonna be somewhere. I don't know. They were doing Bill and Sheila basically. Yeah. They said Sheila's supposed to tell Deacon, I think, something about Will did the Spencer way, scheming and stuff like that. The same thing Bill did, try to play her. That's the same thing they doing with the whole Bill Sheila situation. That's what they doing again, y'all. And I still ain't seen nothing about Liam, which I said don't start. Don't start. I still ain't seen nothing about this man dying. What the world going on? Bill still don't know nothing about him. Know nothing about him. Him dying though. Let me see. But yeah, Steph was like, "Are you sure she's dangerous and stuff?" Now, at first I thought that they was gonna suggest to him to do it because she interested in him. But nah, he had the bright idea. That's why I was like, "You just want to kiss her and be with her anyway." But no, so they was like, "Are you sure?" So Chief Baker's supposed to be trying to work on the warrant so he could wear the wire and stuff like that, and they're gonna set it all up. Lecher just sitting there. I think they said Lecher's supposed to see Will and Luna kiss or something like that. But yeah, he was like, he just wanted to make sure everybody's safe, so that's his plan. He want to set Luna up, get her to admit that she's out to get Steffi and stuff like that. And that's when he takes Luna to let her know that him and Lecher broke up. And Sheila just stand up there looking. Sheila know. She knew based on the way she was looking, she definitely knew he was up to something. He was like, look at this foolish girl, granddaughter of mine. Look at this granddaughter of mine. What else? Let me see. Who next? Who we got next? Where's my notes? Luna and Sheila. So they stop. Sheila stops by Luna's place. She ends up hugging her to my grandmother or whatever. She was happy to see her, but she was happy to see her until she ended up talking about some. You need help packing. She was happy to see her. She talking about some, you need help packing. She's like, I'm not going nowhere or whatever. She was like, still talking about having a relationship with her daddy. Let me see. Let me make sure. Luna wonders how Steffi can keep her from her own father. I think that was before Sheila showed up. Then she showed up. They end up hugging and everything. Sheila assumes that Luna needs help packing, and that's when she was like, she's not going anywhere. She wants a relationship with her father. And she still talking about something she changed. Still talking about, I said, girl, how you gonna sit up there? I said, go over here in that drawer, unless she moved it. Go in here, over here, across the room in this drawer, and get this doggone picture with Steffi, got this big old hole in the middle of her forehead, or the weapon. Talking about she changed. I'm not a danger anymore. I said, you a psychopath. That's what you is. So she starts talking about that. She starts talking about, like I said, a relationship with Finn. She starts talking about Will. She was suggested that she keep her distance and stuff, but she's not listening. She's definitely not listening. Yeah, I think she was saying keep your distance from Finn. That's when she said she has, but not from someone. I thought she about to say Hayes. I was like, you slipping. Don't say that. She gonna get mad. She gonna definitely tell then. But no, she just said Will, y'all. What they say? What if Sheila told Luna about her and Bill, and that's how Luna catches Will trying to set her up? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because she was still slick trying to help her and stuff. Not help her target Steffi or anything, but she doing too much. Like, get the girl about that. She could have been, all that talking they been doing, you could have been went over here and told them. And Finn I still don't think they was talking about what Poppy said. I think he was talking about when she was in that house that day, talking about some she don't know what she'll do if she can't have a relationship with her father. Because I think they'll be reacting way worse than that. But then again, I don't know. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What was the last thing with Luna and Sheila? I think she was saying something about she was interested in Will still, and that's when he takes her and she tells Sheila, and Sheila made this face. The next people is Katie and Brooke. Brooke still stuck on Ridge. End of review. End of they scene. She still talking about Brooke. I mean, she still talking about Ridge over here. And Katie trying to tell her he's with Taylor. She told her that about 2 or 3 times. He's with Taylor now, you know. You got to be respectful of that or whatever. They was just talking about Nick and Ridge and how it was. Now, at first, when Katie first got up in there, they was talking, when they was talking or whatever, they was talking about Nick. And Brooke was thinking about Nick and just everything. So I was like, okay, yeah, you on the right track. You on the right track. She was like, she was flattered by Nick, but she's still in love with Ridge. And I was like, girl, snap out of it. What Bill be calling him the dressmaker? I said, snap out of it. The dressmaker about to say yes, even though he know doggone well he don't want to marry her. I seen some people. I said, I know y'all be fans and stuff for these people. That's why I don't think it's a couple yet that I seen that I actually want them to stay together. Stuff. I might be wrong. Right now, I can't think of no couple. Cause he told Brooke in the office the other day. Not the other day, but y'all get what I'm saying. I need you to help me keep my promise to Taylor. How you? What the freak going on? How you need her help to keep your promise? That suggests that you actually don't want to stay with the lady. But yeah, let's see. Like I said, Katie and Brooke was just talking about Nick, and then they start talking about Ridge, and she trying to convince her that it's over or whatever. Maybe you wrong this time. Maybe this time he's not coming back, because Brooke started talking about how it has been a while. They have been together for a while and stuff like that. Let's see. I said Brooke still talking about Ridge love her. I know it. Anytime we're together, I can feel it or whatever. I said she's technically not wrong because it's true, but I still think he want both of them. I don't know. Brooke believes that Ridge will come back to her. That's what she was telling Katie. Katie suggests that this time may be different or whatever. And I think the last thing was Brooke was saying something about she just hopes that Ridge doesn't do anything, you know, that can prevent them from actually getting back together. And I said, he is. He finna accept the doggone proposal. And lastly, we got Ridge and Taylor. And Nick. Ridge, Taylor, and Nick. Let me not forget Nick. He over here eavesdropping. Don't sit at the table and stuff. They tried to put him at another table. He seen them talking and stuff. He hurry up, sit right there and listening. But yeah, Ridge, Taylor, Nick. So they on a date. She invited him out. That's what it sounded like to me. She ends up inviting him out and stuff like that. She told him, if I'm not mistaken, the first thing she said was, it's time. And he was like, it's time for what? And he was asking if she happy and stuff like that. Because the way she was talking, he was wondering where she was going with this. Taylor asked Ridge how he's feeling about them, about their future and stuff. And I was like, go on, dude. We seen the promo. Go on, propose to him. Go on. So they just talking and stuff, and she just telling him how happy she is to be staying there at Eric's with him, and she loved him, and she never imagined being back with him and stuff. And I was like, don't do it, Taylor. I said, reconsider. Reconsider. Don't do it, girl. Don't go out like this. Don't do it. So, yeah, she was talking about she woke up next to him. I think that day she woke up next to him or something like that, and she knew that she wanted to be his wife or a husband and wife, or she wanted him to be her husband. Some type of way she put it. And I said, no, this is not what I wanted to see. Hold on. So she was like, she asked him, will he marry her? She proposed. What she got going on? Then they said, he's supposed to say yes this week. And I think Friday's episode, once again, y'all, is when he's supposed to tell Brooke about the proposal and that he accepted or whatever. Now, I don't know how true that is, because y'all know sometimes it don't come true, but we'll see. But yeah, she don't sit up here and propose to this man. He's supposed to say yes. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, Taylor, you've been steady saying your gut. I know her gut is eating her alive. I don't think I said that right, but y'all get it. I know her gut kicking her and telling her something ain't right. I know it is. The way she was looking on Friday's episode, he talking about something, oh, that's not what's going on here and all this other stuff. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. They was talking about his reaction to Nick and Brooke possibly reuniting and stuff like that. And Nick just sitting up there listening and everything. He's supposed to be the one to go tell Brooke. She's supposed to ask him, what did Ridge say or whatever. I said, he got her now. He said, I'm about to go get my woman back. Let me go on, hurry up, tell her what I done heard. Let me make sure I cover everything, y'all. Little Taylor is rich to marry her. Kate suggests this time may be different. They finna put a wire on Will. Yeah, we talked about that. Yep, that's everything. I'm about to watch General Hospital now, y'all. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe. Hold on, wait, what they say? What is she? Oh yeah, I read that already.